I was robbed. Oh no. This is a Lyft Uber confessional story number 39, I think. Get out of the wind. Yes, number 39 of Lyft and Uber stories. So I was robbed. I'm okay. Everyone's okay. And I actually recovered the money as well. But here's what happened. So I've got this handy dandy tip jar I keep in my car, hanging off the seat here. Whoops, let me show you real quick. In the back here, like so. So anybody sitting back there is going to see it. I've also got some signs up there. I can only swim in money. Please don't let me die. Cute stuff, right? Well, anyway, I've done about somewhere between 16 and 17,000 rides. And that's never been an issue. In fact, I get a lot of compliments on this. I'm the only driver I know that has an actual physical tip jar in his car. A lot of people dig it. Smartest thing I ever did in here. People leave tips, even on the app, where it's just a reminder to leave a tip, whether it's a cash tip or on the app. So somebody gets in my car, a couple of somebodies in the back seat. This is about a week ago. I'm just now getting around to adding this to my journal. But he's like, oh, is this a tip jar back here? Yes, sir. Smartest thing I ever did in this car. Usually that gets a chuckle or a, yeah, I hear that. Oh, here's a couple bucks for it or whatever. He didn't really say anything, so I thought that's kind of odd, but whatever, it's all right. So I see him out of my peripheral vision. I can see it, and sure enough, he's trying to like crouch over like this, hide it with his dreadlocks a little bit, and maybe act like he's on his phone or something and wants some privacy, I don't know, and slips it off and sits back. I just let a couple minutes go by, stopped at a stoplight. I look back and go, hey, what happened to my tip jar? And he looks at me like, huh? My tip jar was hanging right up here. You even asked me about it. And he said, oh yeah, I just took that off because I was going to break it for a 20 or something. At least give me some pause to think it was a clever lie. So I'm like, no, you can't do that. You need to, put my tip jar back up here. Here, I'll tell you what, why don't you just hand me my tip jar? I'll get it out of your way. I'll put it in the front seat here. That way you won't have to worry about it. That kind of a thing. And then he's like, well, I was going to, at the end of the ride, give you, break a 20 and give you an extra 20 on top of that. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. That's very, very generous of you, but I don't want it to be in your way anymore. So just hand it over. I'll put it in the front seat. So he dug in his pocket, deeply concealed in his pocket. And he wants me to believe that he was going to give it back at the end with an extra $20. Like, oh my God, this guy was a special, I hate to call somebody dumb, but that really is dumb. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the ride, I took him to his destination, but I was thinking to myself, if he's willing to just outright steal from me, is he capable of doing anything else? And my main reason for not giving him any resistance, but framing it as, let me do you a favor, even though the guy just tried to steal from me, let me do you a favor, just get the tip jar out of your way. I'll put it in the front so you don't have to see it or anything inside of your way. You got leg room and whatever else. Because I don't know if this is a violent guy or not, and there's two of them back there. So that's the closest I've ever come to having my safety feel like it was maybe in jeopardy. And I still felt reasonably safe, but I'm thinking in my head, well, this is kind of a medium densely populated area. I'm not out in the middle of nowhere. Plenty of things I could do to draw attention to myself and to the car if they were to try to do something. So far so good. But then after, oh yeah, and as he was giving me my tip jar back, he's like, you don't want an extra $20? I said, no, it's okay, I'm good. Oh man. So anyway, after that, I decided to give, this was an Uber, right? That's right. I gave Uber a call. Sometimes their number is available and sometimes it's not. This, for whatever reason, I was able to get this person a 1-star rating, which is as low as it goes. And I wrote, oh yeah, I didn't call them because their number wasn't available. Just remembering this as I'm talking about it. But I left in the comment area, this guy tried to rip me off. I'm going to the police. Gonna file a report. If somebody could give me a call back, Uber, let me know this guy's contact information, his address, and so on and so forth, because we don't have access to that as Uber drivers. And so someone did call me back just a few minutes later from Uber, profusely apologized, and they said that their account would be permanently deactivated, not just unmatched from me, but that would be a liability to the company and also to put other drivers, their safety at risk like that, right? So that was very cool of Uber to do that. I think Uber and Lyft should give everyone a background check. The drivers, if you want to be a Lyft or Uber driver, they go through your court records, if there are any. You have to have a clean record. They do criminal background checks. Passengers, not really. So I think everyone should be checked out, to be honest with you. Same thing with the taxi cabs, both sides should be checked out just in case. But they did permanently deactivate this guy's account, which is very good. So kudos to Uber for that. But that's my story. And I'm curious if you want to drop any comments. What would you have done if you were in my situation? What would you have done to make sure you do not raise resistance? Or would you have done something to raise resistance? I don't think that would be a bright move, but what would you have done if you were to do anything any differently? Would you have driven to the nearest police station? Or, what would you have done? Would you have said something differently? Would you have taken different action afterwards? And I did actually go to the police department, and they said because I was able to recover the money, there was really nothing that they could do. There was no police report officially filed. So if this guy has a string of robberies out there, I guess they'll never know, because apparently they don't take note of that if the money or whatever is recovered. So who knew? I wish law enforcement operated a bit differently, but that's the way that it is, and hopefully over time that'll evolve, because I think I should have been able to file a report. So I'm gonna get on with my day now. I just did a really awesome workout. This is a little off topic, but if you're interested in healthy living, natural healthy living workouts, I've been working out for over a dozen years now. I just started writing and recording and designing my own workouts, and they're just going by so well, much better than I thought they would. And I give them all away for free. So if you'd like to be in on that group, I call it Changemakers. It's on Facebook. If you'd like to be in mine, and healthy recipes and immune boosting stuff, and you're a positive-minded people, that's really my only rule, is you got to be positive-minded. No negativity in there, no toxicity, but just let me know. I will send you the link. And my website, by the way, tomberkenmeyer.com, just as it's spelled here on social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. I journal my more interesting rides. This is number 39. Number 40 is coming right after this one, because there was another interesting ride that happened right afterwards of a totally different nature. So that'll be up there soon too. And I've got a lot of blog entries. Anything to do with natural health and financial freedom and organic wealth is tomberkenmeyer.com. So bye for now, everybody. I'll see you again very soon. Mwah. Stay safe.